Yeah, my previous video I got cut off towards the end there. Didn't make sure I had enough available space on my memory card, so it just got cut short, which is probably a good thing because people start losing interest if it carries on and on and on like I'm doing now. So I wanted to continue with those law changes that I spoke about in the video I did before, another one of those rules that have changed is the learner's license speed limit, which was limited to 70 k's an hour. So if you are on your learners or your restricted license, 70 is it. 70 is the max you can do on the road, and that's thankfully been abolished, been done away with. So 100 k's is now the go for travelling on motorways for learners and restricted license holders. For the guys, for some of you guys that aren't quite sure what I'm talking about when I say learners and restricted, there's basically, when you do your motorcycle license, there's 4 steps you need to complete before they issue you with a full motorcycle license. The first step is you need to obtain a basic handling certificate. The second is you need to do a learner's theory exam. The third, you need to do a restricted practical driving test. And the fourth is you need to do a full practical driver's test. The basic handling first step is basically just a basic driving skills test, where you just have to prove to the instructor that you know how to operate a motorcycle safely. You just drive through a couple of cones, and the whole thing takes probably about 10-15 minutes. It took me about 10 or 15 minutes, and he issues you with a certificate that you take to your testing examination center, wherever you want to do your learner's written exam, and you have to produce this certificate before they will allow you to write your theory learner's test. So that's basically a requirement for you to do your learner's test, because once you pass your learner's test, you can basically go out and get an L plate, slap it on the back of your bike, and you're on the road. You're riding amongst all this. So that's step 1 and 2. Step 3 is a restricted practical driving test, which you basically need to prove to the instructor that again, that you can operate a motorcycle safely on the road. And it's basically urban driving, like in little suburbs that you go up, and they just make sure that you can control your speed safely, and that you know what you're doing on the bike, which is basically what you did when you did your basic handling skills test. And once you do that, the only real benefit that you do have is that you can take your L plate off the back of your bike, and you don't have to ride around with an L plate. Your full driver's test, learner's driver's test, is again a practical test that you need to do on the road. But the only thing different from a restricted test is that you go in high-speed zones. They take you on motorway driving to make sure that you can comfortably drive at the motorway speeds of between 80 and 100k. And once you can prove that you're comfortable driving and driving at those speeds, yep, they issue you with your full license, and that's it. You're legal. You can go out and buy the biggest, baddest bike that you want, or that your bank balance can allow for. So yeah, that's basically it. I'll think of some topics on bikes again, and I'll try to post some more videos.